Hello and welcome back. Level Up 247 here, and we're ready for another video. However, we're doing a little different video. This one's on law. As you know, I'm an attorney here in Texas, and I practice both personal injury and criminal defense. Personal injury involves someone getting in some kind of accident. Someone's injured, and it's not because of their fault, it's because of someone else's fault. The most common type of personal injury case I handle is the car accident. I'm able to, when I represent someone, I'm able to start the claim, get their medical bills paid for, get their vehicle repaired or replaced, get them a rental vehicle, and then get them funds for any pain and suffering they may have endured. And a key part of personal injury is knowing the client's and the adverse driver's car insurance, their coverages. Now, whenever I talk to my client, I ask them, okay, what kind of coverage do you have? And they typically tell me full coverage. Well, I try to figure out what full coverage means. It sounds good. It sounds like they got full coverage, of course. However, discussing this with a friend of mine who's in the insurance game and actually provides me my insurance, we discussed it at length, and we came to the realization that there's no such thing as full coverage. Now, in Texas, you have to have insurance. It's against the law not to have insurance. You can be ticketed, and you could be sent to jail for not having auto insurance, having liability insurance. Several years ago, it used to be at least $25,000. Now it's $30,000. Excuse me. So I think most of my clients, when they answer, what kind of coverage they have, they think they're telling me. I believe they think they're telling me, well, they have what's required by law. However, the term full coverage does not apply to that situation. So there is no such thing as full coverage. However, there are optional coverages that you may want to be looking into. I have a family of 6, so I got me and my wife, and I got 4 kids, and we have looked into optional coverages. These are extra coverages that you have. Now, most people don't look to optional coverages or extra coverages because, well, you have to pay for it, and it is extra. But when you look into what the costs are versus what the potential benefits are, the costs are very, very low. On average, they're anywhere from $5 to $10 a month in extra fees. So it's really a good idea to look into these optional coverages, and I'll go over them now. We have one optional coverage is a PIP, commonly known as PIP. It's personal injury protection. If you've been involved in a car accident, I believe it, whether it's your fault or not your fault, and you have medical bills, the personal injury protection will give you money to go to the medical facilities. Typically, they start at $2,500, and they could go up from there. So if you get an accident, you have $2,500 worth of money to go towards your medical visits. Very, very good coverage. Helps a lot whenever we're dealing with paying bills. When you have a claim, you're going to have bills. This personal injury protection helps lower those bills. The next one is UM. That's uninsured coverage. That means if you get hit by someone, you've been involved in an accident, and someone else caused it, and that someone else doesn't have any insurance, typically you're out of luck. Typically you have to pay for it yourself, or your insurance has to pay for itself, or you just don't get any medical treatment, which is a real bummer. Obviously you're hoping, because it's by law, you have to have insurance, but there's plenty of people out there that don't drive with insurance, that have no insurance. Whether that be because they don't want to buy insurance, whether it be because they can't afford it, whether it be because they're not supposed to be driving in the first place, I don't know. But UM coverage covers you. So you get in a car accident, the other person doesn't have insurance, well, this kicks in, and now it's like that other person had coverage. So now you're covered, even though that person was not covered. Very, very important, especially here in Texas. There's plenty of people that drive without insurance. It's very important that you have that. That $5 to $10 is per month pales in comparison to how much this could cover you. The next one, underinsured coverage. UIM, underinsured coverage. You get into an accident caused by someone else, that person has insurance. But let's say the accident was so bad you require surgery. Well, that $30,000 is not going to be able to cover your surgery. Your surgery may be $50,000 on its own. So what this does is, if that person that hit you, that person that caused the accident, doesn't have enough insurance, this insurance, your optional insurance, comes in and covers what they didn't have. Very, very important. I have 4 little kids, and so we have coverage all the way around, because the fact is, every single person has on average 1 accident in their lifetime. So if you have not been involved in an accident, it's only a matter of time before you are. And some people, unfortunately, are involved in multiple accidents. So it's very, very important. I would advise you to talk. Obviously, I'm not your attorney, but I would recommend that you talk to your agent and see if they provide these optional coverages. If not, you need to get a new agent. I'll leave a link to my buddy Javier Gonzalez here in town with A to Z Insurance. I get all my insurances from him. My home insurance, car insurances, rental property insurances. Very good guy. Responds via text, phone call, email. On the ball. Very good. And he always finds the best coverage at the best price. So keep that in mind. Lastly, there's something called GAP insurance. GAP, Guaranteed Asset Protection. I had a buddy of mine who was involved in an accident. His car was totaled. He had a beautiful BMW. He just bought it for $20,000. It got totaled. They determined the value of the vehicle to be $18,000. Well, he still owed $20,000. So they gave him a check for $18,000, but he still owed the lender $2,000, which obviously is terrible. Nobody wants to be in that situation. And most of us buy vehicles overpriced, right? That's just the way it is. One of the reasons why I always buy my vehicles used. But GAP insurance, if you got this insurance, that insurance company or that optional coverage would cover the $18,000 to $20,000. It would cover that $2,000. So my friend would not have been out $2,000 because of that accident. It's not even his fault. The insurance would cover that gap, so to speak, that gap from $18,000 to $20,000. So it's very important that you look into these extra coverages. Again, it could be anywhere from $5 to $10 a month, maybe even less. Contact your agent. And again, you got any issues? TheVelaLawFirm.com is my website. You can contact me from anywhere at 844-380-VELA 8352. Locally, it's 361-883-8352. And if you've been involved in an accident and know a loved one who has been and don't know what to do, please call me. It's nothing to talk to me. It's nothing to consult me. And even if I do sign the case and we start working together, there are no expenses for you and your family. And it doesn't matter where you are. I've had cases in California. I've signed cases in New Mexico, Oklahoma, North Texas, even Florida. So please keep me in mind. I'd appreciate it. And that's really it for today. I just want to go over a little bit of insurance. And again, I also do criminal defense where people get arrested. And one of these days I'll do a video on that too. So keep me in mind. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.